Hello, beautiful beings. 210 subscribers. Wow, that's amazing. 210 people? That's a lot of people. I've said this before about my subscribers, but if 210 people, well, I don't even know if they'd fit in my tiny home. So now I just picture them standing out by my car. That's a crowd. Yeah. That's really exciting. So there's something up. I'm just about ready to eat avocado and toast, but this just kept coming up. So it doesn't bother me anymore. It really used to, but people that come into my comment section and they're well-meaning. I do know that. And so I know that okay, so people are going to see us from their perspective, their conditioning, where they're at in their ascension, or if they have ascended at all, if they're even aware that they have life lessons also. People like that have no idea about ascension or any of that will make comments on my channel, and they're seeing it from their perspective. And that is, like with the twin flame lesson, you just got to let that shit go. Well, yeah. It's definitely easier to say that on the outside looking in, especially if a person that we've been watching on YouTube, or in our family, or a friend or something, has been going through a life lesson for a very, very long time. After a while, it's just like, oh, come on, just get through it already, or just let go for your own sanity. Yes. The twin flame lesson for me, the hardest part about it for me, and I don't feel like I feel like probably 9 out of 10 people that make comments in my comment section are not highly empathic, cannot speak to dead people, don't just see spirit since they were little. And so it's difficult for people to realize that why this twin flame lesson was so difficult wasn't the fact that I loved him so much and I couldn't let go. No, it wasn't that at all. It was that this person was literally in my energy, like a ghost, like a spirit. Except for with spirit, I have learned to set very firm boundaries with spirit, and if they're coming towards me, they literally cannot get any further at a certain point because of my boundaries. It has become effortless. I had to work at it for a really long time, but see, it worked with them, but not with somebody that was still breathing on the earth plane. No matter what I did, it did get better over the years. And yes, I'm still talking about it because it was an almost 10-year life lesson for me. And I will continue to talk about it because it was a life lesson. And the amount of shedding and ascending and the amount of wisdom and that I got out of the lesson, it needs to be shared, because there are other people going through it too right now. I am through it. And it fascinates me also, and I'm not trying to put anybody down because I know the intentions are pure. I know they're good. However, if a person watched my video from beginning to end, they would understand that, like the one where he dropped his physical form, I wasn't still stuck in it. I'm always processing in my videos. I may feel stuck in a lesson, but if I'm making a video, then I'm processing my way out of where I've been into another level of ascension where I don't feel like I've ever been before. And now, and the really beautiful news is that all the work that I've put in for all these years to set boundaries to spirit that want to come in, to give messages to somebody they love. There's so many different reasons that spirit come to me. But all of that work to set firm boundaries with them came to full fruition with the twin flame lesson, because after he dropped his physical form, he had been coming through so clearly. It was, I know that I say that I hear the ancients, but I don't hear them audibly, like an actual voice. But I was hearing this person audibly after he dropped his physical form. But see, I didn't have any proof that he had dropped his physical form. I just knew that something had changed. Something had shifted in the last couple months. And I always want to be open to the divine, to fulfill my destiny on the planet to the best of my ability. I have to stay open. If I want to close my heart down, I have to keep it open and walk with an open heart. Because if I don't, then I've let fear take over. And I was absolutely downright terrified in the last couple months, because he was coming through so more clearly than ever. And I thought, well, this is a whole different level of torture here. No, this, and that was like, I don't know, it did something. And I found a place in myself that I never had. And I absolutely demanded that he leave my space and leave me alone. Because I've spent almost the last 10 years, like I said, in this lesson, and it's not going to continue. No. So, one of my last comments also, it felt like she was saying the same thing about, you know, just letting it go. It was validation for me anyway, because they're saying I didn't really need it, because once there's a shift, a shift of perspective, there's no going back and forth anymore. But then I got her message, and it just completely mirrored the shift that I just had, and that is, I can be 100% free from this person that was in my energy. And it will really only come up now if it's a learning opportunity, if somebody needs to hear it, or if the ancients come through with something about the lesson. The most important thing to do for me as a channel is to be clear and open, and all the years of work to be a clear, open channel have been about, well, so much. But one thing it's been about is to learn how to completely leave the mind aside and just be clear, and not try to censor what's coming through. Because the mind for a long time would try to compete. It still does at times if I'm super emotionally charged. It tries to compete with what would just naturally come through from my heart space and from the ancients. You know, instead of here, I just wait and so it comes through here. So there is a lot of value. There's no value in some of the comments that I get, because there's just trolls on YouTube. But, well, there's trolls everywhere. But the comments where I do feel, and I know for sure that the person is coming from a good place, it's been really, really good practice over the years. Because even those type of comments, if it felt like, well, just do it. Just do it. That would have been highly triggering for me. But all these years, it's been 7 years. I've had my channel for 7 years, and 210 subscribers. Some people may feel like, well, you're not doing very well. But from my view, it's absolutely perfect, and I just couldn't feel more grateful. So, I have been being naughty lately. I have not been eating well. Yeah. But I have been telling on myself, and I'm still in recovery from anorexia. It's the only, if you want to call it an addiction, it's the only thing that I have overcome in my life that I still tend to slide back into a little bit. But it hasn't been that bad, and I'm already out of it. I'm eating avocados and toast, and I already have lined up in my mind the next amazingly good thing I'm going to eat. I just went and got new more deep green organic bell peppers. Oh, and I dunk them in ranch, and then I got Cosmic Crisp organic apples and blueberries and avocados. So, oh, and I got some lavender chamomile Yeah, and then I believe that, and chocolate milk, and I believe that Doozer and I are going to take a nap. So I thought yesterday was Sunday, but today is Sunday, so I get 2 Sundays this week. It's so nice. I worked really hard yesterday on Sunday, the what I thought was Sunday, and now today I don't have to work at all. So I'm just going to cook. I'm boiling eggs right now. I'm going to make deviled eggs with smoked oysters. All right, Ancients, is that it? I get to see Ocean in a couple days. I get to see you in a couple days, Ocean. I'm so excited. It's Ocean's birth to Earth Day on the 4th. But we're ageless, so we just have fun on our birth to Earth days, and we really don't focus on the age part of it that much because it's really about the frame of mind, of course, how a person sees age, and also if it's a positive or negative outlook on life, to the best of our abilities. There's so many things that affect our physical appearance, I feel. And over the years, as I have ascended and shed more and more and more and more, oh my gosh, it's amazing. It may feel hopeless, like you're not going to get through the lesson you're in, but Earth is school and you will get through it. And sometimes we need guidance, and the right book, the right person, the right whatever is going to show up, but just don't give up. I mean, it's just, I've been feeling speechless lately. I've noticed that over the years, the more that I shed, the more useless, heavy beliefs, ideas that I've followed around automatically, when I let those go, my face, I'm more relaxed. And so, so I'm just like, wow, I look younger than I did before. I can look back at pictures from like 5 years ago even, and I look so much older because I was just in the thick of it. So ultimately, even if somebody thinks really, really good of us, they're bringing in this one video that I love from Samanari Jayasara about avoid excitation. There's a part in that, and that used to really annoy me. I was just like, are you kidding me? What are we supposed to be? Just like nothing, like, okay, am I living my purpose? No excitement? Like, avoid excitation. But I get it now. I absolutely get it. So, living from presence, from our own natural state of being, instead of the conditioned persona, I don't know, I just completely lost that thought. It was something about looking younger. Yeah, so the work has many, many benefits. Letting go. And I feel like, and I know I don't just feel it, I know for a fact that I have reached a new level in myself, because things feel very effortless. I feel like I have very, very, very little resistance to life, to my daily life. Satsangwithmamaji@gmail.com. Ancients, is there anything else we want to say? I always hope that, because being direct and just telling the truth can feel pretty offensive to some people, but I just want you to know that I don't ever mean that. I never ever mean to offend anybody. I just know that when something's up, I just, I'm going to talk about it. Because I was going to sit here and devour this avocado toast. And they said, let's make a video. And when they say, let's make a video, that's music to my ears. Even though that's so weird, because when they say it, I'm hearing it. I hear it inside of myself. Let's make a video. but it's not a voice. If you would like to learn how to hear and trust your intuition and learn how to hear your guides, you may hear your guides a bit differently than I do. But that's okay, because I'm claircognizant, and that includes all of the clairs, which is a paradox, because even though I don't hear them audibly, I do hear them. And so I'm not sure what is that one sentient? Claire, is that smell? I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up again. But the one, clairaudient. Right. Okay. So I'm not really sure. I was just assuming, because I've heard other psychic intuitives say that they spoke of it more as an audible voice speaking to them. And that's not how I get it. But they're showing me right now, which is just fascinating, that it's all the same. It's clairaudience, and some get their information. Sorry, I'm stammering a little bit, but this is new to me. This information is coming through for me right now too. They're just showing me that there's all different ways to hear our guides. And they're showing me a spectrum. I guess there's more than likely a spectrum to everything. But thank you. Thank you so much for your comments, for your interaction. It's very life-giving. I went years and years without any interaction at all, except for some trolls. So now it's absolutely wonderful. But I do avoid excitation, and I'm learning to do that. And it's really good, because that's right, that's where we were going. Living from presence is getting to experience life and feeling excited and happy. But the persona wanted to get way too excited and happy. Okay. Satsangwithmamaji@gmail.com. Love you so much.